All right.
All righty. Well,
Let
I'm
me
ready
get,
when you are.
all right. Trying to get my hair situated.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Here, let me do that. Hang on, I need a rag and some wax.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, the Frankster, and I'm here with my good buddy.
The Arrow, DJ Hart.
And we are here to bring you all things Transformers Earth Wars and Transformers at large. And we got some pretty exciting stuff today. Our main topic this week, we're going to discuss what we think the best 5-star bot bundle is, because me and DJ both are right on the edge of cracking one. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode. And DJ, how was the past week for you on the game? How exciting, huh? He's got nothing to say. Well, I'll take over from here while DJ stews over on his half of the screen there. But yeah, it didn't come up with much in the old Crystal Kraken, but it is what it is. He turned his back to the audience. He is really, really shamed there. All right, well, I cracked him up. All right, well, I did really good. I got 4-star Rook, but that wasn't even the story. The story was the sheer amount of 5-star shards that I pulled in that Crystal Kraken. I got 2 4-star dupes, one from a free crystal, one from the premium, and then the event crystals were just popping 5 stars like it was Christmas. It was amazing.
You got so many 5 stars. I was sitting there watching yours, and I was sitting there just.
I knew that last one was going to be a bot, though. I was like, I just need one more dupe to get it. And I'm like,
I was convinced it was gonna be a dupe. I was convinced you were gonna get Wimblade. I was like, that's just gonna be the icing on the cake, the candle, the straw that broke the camel's back, the straw that me off.
I was like, oh man, I was like, it's gonna be a bot because there's no way this game's gonna like give me that kind of luck all at once. I needed 5 dupes to get to a 4-star, and in one crystal cracking, I got the equivalent of the shards for 4.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
See, I didn't even get the equivalent for 2. I got two 4-star dupes will give you 365-star shards. I got 250 shards, maybe, because I was just under 4,000 when I started that Crystal Kraken. So I didn't get anywhere near what you got. You just.
I was cleaning house. I was so excited filming that. I was like, I can't believe this.
You were, in fact, cleaning house.
Most of those crystals, half of all the shards I got from them were 5-star.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
It was good. Yes, check that video out if you haven't seen it, because you'll see me get super excited as I'm like just continuing with the good luck.
Link in the description below.
Nice. All right, well, DJ, you got any more to say about the week, or you want to go ahead and head into doing it is that you do?
Well, I, sir, have nothing left to say about this past weekend. I'd like to go ahead and put that atrocity behind me. So I will do what it is I do. And what I do is the news. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the news, and our upcoming weekend event is called Shatterstorm. And I gotta admit, that's actually one of my favorite names for an event that I've heard so far. I mean, that sounds awesome. So, alrighty. So, if you're in one of the top 130, you'll be able to win rewards from our event specification, which has a 1 million point worth of rewards. So, it is going to be an Alliance leaderboard event. So, start checking your bank accounts. Because the winner of this event will be the Alliance with the most money. So, on the line are 1,500 Shattered Glass, Jetfire, and Thundercracker character shards, 2,500 4-star shards, 5,000 3-star shards, and 50,000 premium shards, as well as a G1 G-Metal core chip, 3 G-Metal power core chips, and up to 7 gold core chips, 200,000 spark, and combiner spark. So, everything worth grinding for. As I said, Alliance leaderboard, Super XP, as has been the norm, 1 million points to complete the event before you start competing for the top notch, positions. Positions 1 through 130. All right, battle zones are normal. And then here is the prize breakdown, what kind of prize you'll get at each set of points. And we scroll on down. Here are your rewards for the top 130 alliances. So you take a look at that, pause this if you need to, take a good hard look at that and see what you need to be or where you need to be to get what each thing offers. We have Shatterstorm crystals, essentially, and they offer you a shot at a 3 or 4-star Shatterglass, Jetfire, or Thundercracker, or 4-star or 3-star shards, or 100 character shards, or premium shards. Alrighty, and then game update, talking about the Cyber Pass catch up. That's in the game now. We might touch on it a little bit later. Neither of us are really fans of that. And then they get into the characters, Shattered Glass, Jetfire, and Thundercracker. And we have bios for them now, so you can pause this and read that. And then it talks about the ability, which we saw in the live stream this afternoon, and then we also saw it on from other content creators such as Sunstreaker Waza, Skywarp Greer, and Grind Time. And I think Engineer Hoist may have been able to show him off as well.
He showed it on his live stream as well.
He did, yeah. So. I was in and out of his live stream. I was cooking dinner, so. But and then
I know a lot of people aren't happy with that ability at all. Like there's a lot of people that aren't fans.
I like it. I mean, the one shot ability is powerful, and I like dupes. I'm a fan of dupes, like the duplicates that it creates.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to be a really niche thing, you know? Like, you send off the dupes, and all it does is distract anti-air defenses, and that's kind of niche.
I think for where we're at in the game, it's going to be a good bot, but I feel like when you get to, like, the prime zone, you know, the highest levels, I don't think he's going to be worth it. I think that's the problem, because most of the people I've seen that don't like it are the ones that are, you know, even if they get the 5-star leveled up, I don't think he's going to be that helpful to them.
Yeah, and his ability, and even I think it's too expensive.
It is. Well, it is really powerful for the most part. I mean, what it does, because not only does it one-shot a building, but you don't even have to risk taking the damage another aerial bot would take to one-shot that building.
Yeah, but Jetfire Sky Striker already has that. He has his one-shot ability, which is powerful, and if it's fully leveled up, the total damage it does is more than regular Jetfire, and he goes invisible whilst flying in the air to or not invisible, but he's invisible to anti-air defenses. So he's already got that, and his ability is plenty strong.
Maxed that ability, though, right? For the level 11.
No, that's his regular ability.
Okay.
I don't think.
I never noticed.
I don't think Sky Striker has a level 11 ability yet.
Okay. I'm just saying, though, it is a powerful ability. I'm just thinking that because of its cost, and because that at like the highest zones, like when I think it was Waza showed it isn't going to single shot all the defenses once you get to like prime zone battles.
Right.
And I think that's where it's going to become. Not a lot of people at that level are going to use them.
Yeah, but we're talking about most of the content creators, especially Waza, they take the bot's ability into consideration whilst thinking about wars, whereas we don't like wars as much, so we're thinking about it in terms of PvP and events. And in events where the battle zones are not altered in any way, I think it'd be a very useful bot. It's just too expensive. I
want him for my minion bot squad, but I'm not gonna have a shot at the 4-star. So
yeah, I mean, I can see it starting off at 5, and I could see it going up to maybe 3, similar to what Skydive's used to, 5, then 8, then 11. I could see that. But even Sky Striker, his only goes up 2, 5, then 7, then 9, you know.
Yeah.
I just think it should have been closer to that because it's not that it's no more special than Sky Striker's ability, in my opinion. It's just not. They can you level the ability up, it can one shot. It doesn't matter where you're at in the game. You level their abilities, their aerial bots, they can one shot. Especially if you're putting maxed out cores on them. It is, you know, it's no more special than that, in my opinion. It needs to be less expensive. And it probably will become less expensive in the future. I bet that'll happen because a lot of people are going to be like, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Nobody's going to want to use him. So, alrighty. Anyway, so, but we have other playtesters' thoughts. Texas Hammer, who has appeared on Waz's stream numerous times. So you can pause this and read through his thoughts. And then, let's see. Texas Hammer also provided some of this information for you guys to take a look at. So you're welcome to pause this and take a look at this. Alrighty. And then how he ranks as a 4 and 5 star with cores and with not cores. These are maxed out G-Metal cores, keep in mind. Alrighty. And then, let's see. A couple other comments from other testers as well. And then we get into the community corner. We have some artwork from players and fans. Looks really, really good. This is kind of, I mean, they got Tarantulas paired up with, is that Jazz? Kind of looks like Jazz.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird pairing. All right, and then you got Living in a Nightmare. I'm not sure what that's meant to be, but that's pretty cool.
It is cool. I do like the artwork. It's really, really talented there.
That looks like a question mark. Oh, wait a minute. That's a claw hook hand thing. That might be Impactor there. We might be seeing this from Impactor's point of view.
It is possible.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. And then we get into content creators. This week, the Frankster and I are showcased. If you haven't already, check out last week's episode of the Botcast, episode 16, where Dale and Astra were our guests. And it was a lot of fun. We just chatted and got to know each other a little bit. And we hit them with a couple of questions about the game, but we didn't stick it to them like a lot of guys like to do. It was just overall nice to have them on, and I hope we get to do it again soon. So check that out if you've already seen it. Dale and Astra, thank you again for appearing on the Botcast. Look forward to having you again. Alrighty, and then we have another video from Sunstreaker Waza, how to prepare for big events. Watch this if you're novice to intermediate. It's a big help. It really is. I disagree with some of what he says because I do it differently, but if you're new, definitely check it out. And then we have
leaderboard. Open up your wallet.
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right, and then how to score 5,000 points in 30 minutes. That video is from. That's also from Sunstreaker Waza. Okay, so he has 2 videos up. Alrighty. And then the Saga schedule. We're in week 5 of 5. This is the leaderboard. This is the big one. Alright, so this is the end of the Saga. Next weekend marks the beginning of a new Saga. And if you watched the live stream earlier, then you'll see that we are no longer in Shattered Glass. Shattered Glass is over. I think they hinted that we are going to get 2 more Shattered Glass characters before it's all said and done. But as for the full-on Shattered Glass Saga itself, it is over. Alrighty, and then bug fixes and improvements, you can take a look at that. Pause that if you want to. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news.
All right, so some pretty good news there. DJ got the new bot coming. We already talked about the ability. I'm surprised Shattered Glass is over already. I know they said there was a rights issue with most of the Shattered Glass characters, but wow, that's just fast to me. But okay, I'm excited to see what's next.
I am too. I'm always looking forward to see what they do next and what they're going to pull from, who the next bots are going to be. But I really thought Shattered Glass was going to go for 3 sagas, you know?
Yeah.
And but they did hint, I think, that we are going to get 2 more Shattered Glass characters before it's all said and done. I don't know if they're going to be full-on bots or if they're going to be combat bots. I would prefer that they're full-on bots because I still want Shattered Glass Soundwave, or Starscream.
Well, if you watch the story for this weekend's event, you'll see they designed at least the skins for Soundwave and Starscream. So we may get skins, maybe
I get skin
something.
colors, yeah. We might.
I would love a new Starscream. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, because we only have two. And when we got our third Jetfire, they cheated us and they gave us Skywarp second version.
Yeah, I want Armada Starscream at one point though. That's what I want, Space Ape. Start doing some Armada characters again. Like seriously, that's a lot to draw from there.
It is. Now, I personally, don't get me wrong, I love Armada Starscream. He's my favorite Starscream ever. But for characters, and I said this in the live stream, but I don't think you got a response. I want to see some of the collaborative characters come in because two of them have their own comic book. It's Ectotron and Gigawatt. I want to see characters like that come into the game. Now, I realize that would be a mess as far as rights and stuff go,
Yeah.
but I would love to see it. I mean, wouldn't you like to see it, Tyrannicon? Yes.
Is he Megatron now?
Well, he's the same. He has the same alt mode. You see.
Uh-huh. So all Tyrannosauruses talk the same.
Yes, even Maximal T-Rex, who was a Maximal with the same mold and beast mode, he talks like that as well.
Oh Lord. All right then. Well, the collaborative I want to see, I don't even think there is a comic on this. There may have been, but I would love to see them do something with Power Rangers. They're both Hasbro. It would be a lot easier to get the rights.
Yeah.
And I mean, they already transformed. The Zords become a Megazord. You got to combine it right there.
You do.
I don't know how you work it into the game, but I would love it.
Now, I'll be honest with you though. I would much rather see Space Ape produce a new game that's very similar to Earth Wars, but Power Rangers, because you have so much to choose from. You can start the game off with just your base original 5 Power Rangers, and then the combiners aspect of it would be like each Power Ranger would be in the field doing an individual ability like our Transformers do. But when it comes time to introduce the combiners, it would be the Megazords getting brought in. So I would like to see something. I mean, because Supercell did it. I mean, Supercell had Clash of Clans, and then they made Boom Beach. Very similar games, but very different in how they were played. And personally, I liked Boom Beach better. You know, so I'd like to see Space Ape do something like that with the Power Rangers franchise. I'd love to see them get a hold of it because this is the best mobile game that I've ever played, and I liked Boom Beach a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you with Earth Wars being the best mobile game I've tried. It's the only one that's kept my attention. The next closest one was Dr. Mario, and that held me for like a month and a half, and then I moved on. I do love me some Mario, so that had a lot to do with it. All right, well, let's head on into the mailbag segment and see what's going on in the comments.
All right, guys, here we are in the mailbag, and on last week's episode of the Botcast, episode 16, we have 4 comments, which surprised me. I thought we'd have a lot more, considering Dale and Asher were on this episode. But we do have our 4 comments, and let's go ahead and arrange this. Newest first. There we go. So our first comment comes from Bossman6774. Says, thanks for having Dale and Astra on the last episode. I know it's tough to coordinate schedules, but it would be great to have them on periodically. You're right, it would, and I love that. But I also want to get the other content creators on our show from time to time as well, including but not limited to Sunstreaker Waza, Engineer Hoist, Grind Time, Skywarp Greer, Soldier. I mean, there's a bunch of us, and I'd like for all of us to get together at some point. Alrighty, and then our next comment comes from Willard Edward Hackman. I'll be happy to see 5-star combiners in the game. Well, so would I. Frankie.
Well, look, I'm just saying, like, they're going to be so hard to get anyway. I mean, it's going to be, like, almost impossible to get one. Not impossible, but close. If you think about it, to get all the 5 stars to make up one, you're going to be hopping bundles and bot searching. It's just going to be it's going to be a lot of effort to get one, even if they do come.
But the question is, will it be worth it? Yes.
That is a good question. I'd have to see one in action.
That answers your question.
Oh gosh.
And then our next comment comes from John J. Pollock.
I will find him!
And he says, "That's fine with me, JJ. MOS is my favorite Superman movie." Okay, so like he watched the cold open of last week's episode and saw where I was like, I'm just gonna spam him with, I will find him every time now. So, okay, well, I'm glad you feel that way, buddy.
That is a good Superman movie, though. As a diehard Superman fan myself, that's pretty good. Not my favorite. I'm a Christopher Reeves guy, but it is a good film.
I do like the movie a lot myself. I'm a huge fan of Henry Cavill. I'd still love to see him as James Bond, especially after his performance in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., because he did way better than Roger Moore.
Hey, now.
I hate Roger Moore. It's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Moore, but I don't like you. And then, but also his performance as Geralt in The Witcher. Oh, that guy's awesome. He's so good.
Cavill's good. He's really good.
I'm a big fan of Cavill. So, and our last comment comes from Lord Avix, and he says, "I'm here." Oh, okay. We're here.
Welcome.
Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the mailbag segment.
All right. Well, that was the comments. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. Please keep leaving them, and definitely like and subscribe if you aren't, because we love hearing from all y'all. We love having feedback. And if you like the show, definitely, show us you like it with some likes. And so we got a loaded main topic this week, because we're talking 5-star bundles and which one is the best. I'm sure me and DJ will probably disagree on this one, so it's going to be a fun discussion. We're just going to go over all the bundles, give our pros and cons, and then at the end, we'll be like, this is definitively mine, and DJ will give his. It's going to be fun, so let's get into it. All right, so here we are. I loaded up my game here to show everybody. And DJ, I figured we'd just start with Legacy 1 and work our way through them, discussing the bots and how good each bundle is. So you go to Legacy 1 here, and what are your thoughts on the bots in this bundle here?
This was the bundle I was going to pull from before Batch 9 came out. And the reason I chose Batch 9 over this one was Pipes and Skylinks. So far, I've gotten Slash and Red Alert. Slash has proven to be an awesome bot. Red Alert, not that bad. That damage absorption ability has actually helped my 5-star squad quite a bit. But I haven't got, but I wanted Pipes and Skylinks because those two are going to be part of my A squad for the strategy that I use. But prior to that, this bundle is fantastic in my opinion. You have Grimlock, you have Silverbolt, Gnaw, Hot Rod, Sunstreaker. Hot Rod is the weak link in my opinion, and Grimlock, even though he dies, that's kind of what he was meant to do. It seems like. A
true sacrifice bot.
Yeah, but if you give him the right core and you level his ability, he can one-shot 2 or 3 defenses on the field before he goes down if you're quick enough. So Grimlock's a good bot. Silverbolt, Airbot. I love my aerial bots. He's fantastic. Gnaw, I got messed up by Gnaw today. I went into a base. I was like, this is gonna be a win. And then Gnaw came out and just my whole team by himself. I was like, well, so Gnaw's a great bot. Hot Rod got better with the advent of level 11 ability. He's still not great. And then Sunstreaker, I actually like a lot. To me, he would be just as effective as Alpha Bravo or Prowl if his ability were leveled up with the Sunstreaker core. I think that this is a great batch.
All right, so with this bundle, my thing is like I'm not that big on Sunstreaker here, as I can't draw on a straight line apparently. And he's not bad. I'm just not that big on gunners. I'm really not. And then, of course, Hot Rod, my favorite transformer ever. As a bot, he's not bad. It's just he's there to support others. So for that, he's very strategy oriented. Like you got to have the right strategy for Hot Rod to be useful. So he'd be one. I wouldn't be upset if I got him, but it wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world. Gnaw is a beast. Okay, this spot, yes. If you get him, you are happy. Silverbolt, same thing. He's a great bot. Yep. Fantastic bot. Would not at all be upset about getting Silverbolt. So him and Gnaw, they're great. The only thing about Silverbolt is the power cores that people can get now that can make his ability not as useful. Right. You got to be mindful of that, but that's further up in the game, like the high level bases.
That's HQ17 or better.
Yeah, so it's if you're not that far up, Silverbolt will be a huge boost to you. And Grimlock, Grimlock, that health thing. But you're right, his ability, if leveled up, can do mega damage. So I'm gonna say we got 3 bots that I would be happy with, and then we got Hot Rod here. He's just into okay, and then Sunstreaker. I really don't want Sunstreaker. So,
well, I would X out Hot Rod, but I would check off all the other bots in this bundle. I would say, yep, that's a good bot.
Okay. Sunstreaker has his uses. He's just not for me. Like, not big on a lot of the gunners. So, all right, now to Legacy 2. And as you can already see, I've grabbed. Why did it do that? It reset it. I have grabbed 3 of these already on a quest for right here with Windblade.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on Legacy Bundle 2?
Legacy 2 is the first bundle that I pulled from on the hunt for Windblade. I ended up getting Skyburst my first time around, just like you did. But my second pull, I got Windblade. Now, I would like to have pulled from it again because I would like to have had Optimus Prime. But at the time, I didn't want Drift. So I was like, nope, don't want Drift. So we're not going to pull from this. Now, I still won't pull from it because even though I'm not looking for Drift. I don't mind him, but I don't want Wheeljack. So that's why I haven't pulled from this again. I don't want Wheeljack. But Prime, good bot. Windblade, good bot. Skyburst, good bot. Wheeljack, I got no use for Wheeljack. Drift, he's okay. So I would put a check mark through Prime, Skyburst, Windblade. I would put a circle around Drift. I'd X out Wheeljack.
All right. Well, I mean, I get it. You're not big on the healers.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Which I get. They have their uses, which is why I was okay when I got Wheeljack. Plus, I hadn't had anything over a 2-star healer anyway. That was the epic video.
Before that, when you got the 3-star.
Yeah, well, minutes before. But I mean, literally, I was the same Crystal Kraken.
Yeah.
And I got super excited about a 3-star healer, and then boom, 5-star Wheeljack was the one I got. So yeah, this bundle, I really like this bundle because like you said, Windblade, amazing.
Yep.
Windblade's a really good bot. The further you get in the game, the quicker she dies. Yep. But she can still take out like several defenses.
Yeah, if you do it right, you can do at least 2 or 3 defenses with her.
Yeah.
And so you want to target like the key defenses, like the laser turrets or the mortars or the rocket launchers.
I am starting to regret going for her, like her being the main one I set out to get first, though, just because of that. I wish I would have went for like Alita 1 or, well, not Cheetor, because we'll get to that bundle. I would love Cheetor, but that bundle. So, but yeah, you can't go wrong with this bundle. Like you said, Drift, I know he was just okay for you, but I think Drift is awesome. Like, I recently got the 5-star. He was the last one I got. He's really good. I love the fact that his ability can bump his health back up. So you can keep sending him in. His health goes down. Use the ability, get it back up, use it again, and just keep prolonging how long he's on the field. That's really useful.
Yeah.
Skyburst, really good bot. Just got her ability to level 11 with the Cyber Pass rewards. That was really good. Yeah, so
and
love
Skyburst
her.
Is especially good because there are several cores that are great for her. You can't put an enhanced ordnance core on her, unfortunately. because technically she's not a gunner, she's a special bot, which makes no sense. There are several bots that need to be reclassified, Skyburst among them, Optimus Prime among them. But like, you could put the Primacore on her, you can put the Solus Prime Core on her, you can put her G1 core on her. She is very versatile.
Yes, she is. She's a really good bot. None of these are going to be able to solo a base though. That, like, if you're looking for that, this isn't going to be your bundle.
Yeah, if you're trying to power level or something, no, none of them are going to do it.
Yeah, Wheeljack's great. Optimus, what do you say about Optimus? He's like really great all around. The Prime Rush strategy it works.
Yep.
It really does. It's got me out of a few jams. I'm trying to get my 4-star to where he's going to be on my war team, because I feel like him having the ability to do that if I need to will help me win some war battles. So I just don't know. I really don't want to end up with the 5-star Optimus yet. I don't want him yet. There are other bots I'd rather have.
I would love to have him. I would love to have him, but I'm not willing to go in there because I don't need drift, and I'm avoiding 5-star healers like the plague.
There you go. The prize of this bundle though is definitely Windblade and Optimus, because I know people love him, and I don't think any of these three are bad. Wheeljack works. Right. I just wish he had an ability more like, I think it's Ratchet's with the healing grenades.
Right.
He boosts their speed and stuff, but I'd rather him have a way to heal in an area effect. That's the only downside to Wheeljack as a healer. So,
well, of the two that we've looked at so far, I think batch 1 it has one more bot on it that I would seek out versus batch 2. Batch 2 only has 3. Batch 1 had 4 for me.
See, I'm opposite. I'd rather batch 2 over 1 for right now. So we'll see. We got more to go though. We got Legacy 3 over here.
Yep.
And boy, does this one has Cheetor, and he's a big deal. So what do you think about Legacy 3?
I think Legacy 3 is a good bundle. The only bot here that I have no use for is Springer. Unfortunately, I did get him. But I've put him on my 5-star bot squad, and he doesn't usually die. I don't use his ability because I got no use for his ability. But I mean, we've got Ultra Magnus, who is tanky and has a ranged attack. We've got Jazz, who has a OP ability. You got Firefly, who is a one-shot aerial bot, and you know how I feel about those. And then we got Cheetor, who eats bases for breakfast. He eats them.
Yes, he does.
My Cheetor now has the maxed Amalgamous Prime Core on him, level 9 ability, and he is level 63. So I love me some 5-star Cheetor. I was disappointed when I got him, but buddy, I'm maxing him out. He'll be my second bot that is maxed out, like completely.
Nice. Yeah, Cheetor is probably my second favorite bot in the whole game. He's that good, and I'm sure everybody can guess who's above him. We'll get to him later. But Cheetor, he's amazing. And Firefly, you're right. As far as the aerial bots go, Firefly is like one of the tippy top best. So these two alone make this bundle enticing. Springer, I've never been able to get into Springer. I've tried. I have his 4, I believe, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And he's okay. I mean, I find a use for him. He's on a team, but I mean, he's not a bot I would really invest a lot into.
See, Springer is a good bot that you would pair with someone like Cup or Windblade or Elita 1. A bot that gets sent out in the middle of no man's land, and then you send Springer out there using his healing ability to heal the bot, and then also provide that bot with support. Yes. And then you would also want to follow that up with tracks to give them cover while they're out there. And then I suppose another good bot to have on that squad would be Inferno to up their ability damage, and then have Rodimus Prime on that as well, so you can activate that ability. I just created a new squad.
Yeah. You just gotta have all the bots and have them leveled up enough that it will work.
I do, and I do actually.
Then you should do it.
Yeah, I'm doing other stuff. Anyway.
Now, Jazz, we get to him. Jazz is awesome. The only problem is his ability is expensive with a capital E.
It is.
And that's where you get into trouble. That's why I don't really want to run it to get his 5-star, at least not right now, because while his ability is amazing, you're not going to do too awful much with it. I more use it if I get in trouble with his 4-star. He's on my A team. If I get in trouble where there's a base with a bunch of heavy defenses clustered together that's just raining down on us, I'll launch him once, but I don't want to use up those ability points to launch him a second or a third time. So
Right.
he's a one-off. So to me, that makes him, even though he's a good bot, I really don't want him, at
He
least
would
not
be
for now.
he would be on my gunner squad, but he would be the last one I use. Like I would use all the other bots'
Yeah.
abilities until their ability got to where it was about the same price as his first time around goes, and then I would use it.
Yeah. Ultra Magnus, I have a 3-star Ultra Magnus. I'm still trying to get the 4, but his 3-star didn't impress me. But again, it's a 3-star, so that's not really a good judge to go by.
I like Ultra Magnus. I have his 4-star. I have it on one of my grind. I mean, I have him on one of my grinding squads for events. His ability, I need to level it up a little bit more. But it's effective,
This bundle for me, there's Cheetor and Firefly, and then the other 3 I wouldn't really want, at least not right now. Once I have more 5-stars, especially once I have 2 or 3 that can power level or solo, I'll feel better about getting bots like Jazz or Springer. I just right now I don't want to risk getting bots that are just okay to me or a one-off like Jazz.
Right.
So yeah, Firefly and Cheetor, but to me it's not worth the risk. I still think 2's the best of what we've seen so far.
I feel like this bundle, for the same reason I think this is a better bundle than 2 in terms of bots that I would want. So I'd have a check mark on 4 of these, but Springer gets a big fat X. So that actually makes it look, for me, it makes it a better batch than 2.
Okay.
And 1.
Well, if we're just rating bots, Cheetor's been the best spot from any of these bundles, so that should carry some weight.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I pulled from this bundle twice trying to get 5-star Firefly. First I got Cheetor, then I got Springer, and then I got Firefly from the 5-year anniversary event, 5-star crystal. And I was sitting there like, really?
If I would pull Cheetor out of this bundle the first try, I'll be like, done, moving on, see you later. I would be tickled to death on that one.
Yep.
All right. Well, now we're moving on to Legacy 4. And this bundle, this one is good.
Yeah. I've pulled from this bundle twice. The first time I pulled from it, I got Sludge. I wasn't thrilled with that, and I still don't really use him. I just have him as a meat shield on one of my squads. That's all he's good for. I don't use his ability because very few people use honeycomb bases anymore, the ones that matter. But Elite 1 I wanted, I never got, but I did get 5-star Prowl my second try out of this bundle, and after that I moved on. But now, the bots I would want out of here, Elite 1, Blaster, and Prowl are the bots for me. I got no use for Sludge, and I got even less use for Ratchet. So to me, this bundle is kind of on par with this. This is about the worst bundle we've looked at so far for me.
Wow.
Even though the bots on it that I would want are amazing, it has 2 bots that I want nothing to do with.
See, the only one in this bundle that I would not be that excited about is Prowl. Because Ratchet, like I said, Ratchet's ability is a way better ability for a medic than Wheeljack's. So I would immediately plug him in to the team that I have Wheeljack on, and I'd be using him in tandem with Cheetor, using him to keep Cheetor even more healthy. I bet Cheetor could solo his own 13 with a Ratchet. Like just Ratchet following him around, healing him.
Cheetor, I bet he solo a zone 13 without a healer. Mine can't anyway.
Well, you got the 5-star. I got the 4.
That's what we're talking about, 5 stars.
Well, yeah, true. Well, yeah, well, fine. He'd probably do like a 15 with a Ratchet, a 5-star Ratchet, and a 5-star Cheetor because they're amazing in tandem. I'm telling you, like, I would be happy with Ratchet. Prowl, like I said, not that big. There are very few gunners that I'm big on. So, baseball's back. There you go.
Yeah, apparently it is back.
And Sludge, I like Sludge. Again, sentimental value, my first 4-star. I had a lot of time using him when he was my strongest bot. I know Sludge inside and out. And yes, honeycomb bases were a better time period for Sludge, but if they make the mistake of putting a heavy defense near a wall, Sludge will destroy it if his ability is strong enough.
He will.
If you level his ability up, he will one shot it, hitting the wall next to it.
He
So
will.
I would be tickled to death to have a Sludge. And
Because
he's got
damage-
health for days.
Yeah, because the damage his ability does is amplified by the number of walls in within range. So the more walls there are, the more damage it does.
I ran into a base the other day. They had one wall, like just the post, right beside 2 missile launchers. And I was like, Sludge, it is your day, my friend.
That's like that will never happen again.
Yeah, I know.
Like his one time to shine.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Both of them out one hit. I was like, you go, Sludge.
Yeah, well. He was already dead by the time you find him in Fall of Cybertron, if that tells you anything. They didn't even bother giving him a skin that you could use to make a custom bot in multiplayer in Fall of Cybertron. That's how much they thought about Sludge.
Well,
they gave you all the other Dinobots except Sludge. You just found him dead on the wall.
Well, I'm telling you, Sludge is awesome. I agree with you. The honeycomb base thing was more his day to shine, but I would still be tickled to have him. So Blaster's awesome. He's got his minions. He's a really good bot. He's a key player on my minion bot squad, obviously, just like Gnaw. Would love to have him. And I mean, Alita 1's amazing. Yeah. The only downside to her is the cost of her ability, but honestly, it's worth it.
It is. And if you send her to the right places at the right times, the cost isn't that bad because you keep getting it back.
Yeah. No, she's pretty awesome, and she can power level solo bases just like Cheetor. So Alita 1, I mean, you could not go wrong getting her. So yeah. To me, I'm actually going to rate this bundle as the best one so far for me personally, because Blaster would go on the minion squad. Sludge would go just about anywhere. Ratchet would go with Cheetor in a heartbeat. And Alita 1 could be a team unto herself once she's leveled up.
I'd have to rate this one as the worst one we've seen so far, just because it has 2 bots on it I want nothing to do with. Even though the 3 it has, I would love to have. It's got 2 bots I don't want, 2 big old X's. It's the first bundle we've looked at that have 2 big old X's. So it's the worst one I've looked at so far. The bundle 3 was the best one we'd looked at, I do believe. And then
I get, for your strategy, I get it, especially because you love your gunners. I'm not much of a gunner person, so I get it. I do.
Yeah. Plus, fun fact, Prowl's face was what they used to create the original Autobot logo.
Nice.
It's basically just his face is the outline of the Autobot symbol.
That is a cool fact. All right, Legacy 5, and
this isn't terrible.
See, I'm the opposite. I look on here, Perceptor and RC, and the rest of them, they're not terrible, but I wouldn't want them at this particular point in time.
Well, so RC, yes, Minion Squad all day long, perfect. Perceptor, raids, hacking those Thunder Towers. That's a great pick. Warpath, Gunner. I have 2 Gunner squads. That's all day long me. Rodimus Prime, I use 4-star Rodimus Prime. Rodimus Prime is not bad. If you put your team together the right way, his ability is awesome. Especially if you get mauled by minions and outposts.
Yeah,
his ability, that just clears them out.
No, he will bail you out in that situation.
Bug spray. It's awesome. And then Snarl, while I'm not the biggest fan of Snarl and his ability, 5-star Volcanicus is coming. You're gonna need Snarl. So to me, there's not a bad bot. And even if you don't use Snarl, he's still an okay bot. He's a tank bot. His ability's not bad. It's really not. It's just niche, you know. This is not a
I'm
bad
with
bundle. There, I would not put an X through any of these guys. This is the best bundle we've looked at so far in terms of having bots that I would take.
I will give you there's not a bad bot in this bundle. I agree with that. They're all useful in their own way. But like I said, other than Perceptor and RC, there's not a bot that, at least at this point in the game, where I'm like, ooh, I really want him. Like, I would be bummed out with Snarlbottomus or Warpath just because there are so many better 5-stars out there. And honestly, Perceptor and RC, I don't think either one of them would be worth it for me to even try to pull from this bundle to get. It just, to me, this one's a stay away for now.
Yeah, I will not be pulling from this for a long time. There are other bots that I require first, but this is one that no matter who I got, I don't think I would be disappointed.
You could use them all. And like you said, there's not a bot where it's like I absolutely don't want it. It's just, to me, they're just all in that okay to good range.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for Perceptor. He's a beast in raids.
Yeah, for sure.
So all right, so we're pretty even on 5. So we're going into 6 here. And what do you think about this group of bots?
I mean, first aid is enough to keep me from pulling from this bundle forever. You know, Sandstorm is a good bot. I like Sandstorm a lot. Goldfire, people rant and rave about Goldfire. I don't love him, but he would be very useful. I mean, he would definitely have a place somewhere. I could use him. Rust Dust, I've never found a good use for Rust Dust. But then Hotspot, he's on my A squad. His 4 stars on my A squad. I would love to have that 5-star Hotspot. I would love it. But I want nothing to do with first aid. I got no use for Rust Dust. So this is along the lines of the bundle we just got done looking at. There's 2 bots on here I absolutely do not want, even though there are 3 bots on here that are fantastic. This is like almost oh, I don't know which one's worse. This one or
I don't like this bundle. Goldfire, I could definitely find uses for. The rest of them are not even bots I really use at all.
Hotspot has more health than Sludge, and he has a rush ability.
He does, but every time I get a version of Hotspot, it's already when I'm way past the point of using a bot of that range. It never fails. So it's like, I think I have a 4-star Hotspot, but like it's way on back in the list of getting leveled up.
No, not to mention, if you put a G1 core on him, he has a permanent shield that reflects damage back at the defense is shooting at it, and his ability has that reflective shield as well. That has a level 11 ability.
I've never pulled a Hotspot core.
Well, I mean, do it.
Well, I can't control what I get.
So
get what you get. I'm just saying, I know he's a decent bot. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying I'm just not. If I got him, I would probably try to build a Prime Rush team with Optimus and a bunch of high health bots. That's probably what I would do.
No, because look, the point of Hotspot is every squad has bots that have no health, but they have attack or they have good abilities. The point of Hotspot is to get out in front and take all the hits so that they don't have to. Him more than any other tank bot in the game, that is his purpose because of his ability and because of his G1 core. He's usually the last one to go down.
I know. I'm just like I said, like I usually use Sludge for that.
Yeah. Anyway, well, we're not debating like bots themselves. We're just trying to debate. So I kind of went on a tangent there, but
6 is a little iffy as far as the bundle as a whole.
Yeah.
7.
All right. So Jetfire is the one I'd be after. I'd be after Jetfire this bundle. Rhinox, I like me some Rhinox, and I've seen other people do some good things with him. Smokescreen, I don't use him. I don't like, but I've seen people do cool things with smokescreen. I mean,
Yeah.
I would not be, I'd be okay. I wouldn't put an X through him, but I would circle him. Blades, same. I wouldn't put an X through him, but I would circle him. Blades would be fantastic in raids. That's the thing I would do with him. I would put him in raids.
Blades is fantastic at everything.
Right, but the thing we got to watch out for is now, especially HQ17, anti-hack cores have become a thing. So, sorry, I'm fishing for my cord. My laptop's about to die.
Well, to me, it would be Blades, Jetfire, Rhinox, then Laser Optimus, then Smokescreen. But honestly, I would want pretty much everybody in this bundle. There's the only thing to me is like I would still rather there was a bot in here that could power level, because to me that's what puts a good bundle over the top to a great bundle. But you cannot go wrong with getting any bot in this bundle.
No, you can't. And I can tell you from experience that Laser Optimus is a fantastic pairing with Sentius Magnus.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, you put those two together and just let them go ham. Oh, it's destruction. It is just mad destruction.
So yeah, so where would you put it? You think it's the best bundle yet, or would you put it just below one of them?
There's no, I mean, for me, Smokescreen would be the worst one, but even he's not bad. I mean, because
No,
especially for outpost bots, he's so good to have if you run into outpost bots, because he just one-shots them.
Yeah, he's one of them at first glance. You don't think he's that good, but if you see him used properly, you're like, holy cow.
Yeah. I don't know that it's the what did I say the best one was? Batch 1?
No, you said it was batch.
I feel
Was
like
it 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, batch 3.
Yeah, because I put a big old X through Springer, but there were 4 bots that I would take.
Yeah, and I'm at batch 4 right now is the best one. So
you know what? Yeah, I think this might be the best batch we've seen so far. Because there's not a bot on here that I'll put a big old X through.
You know, up to this point, I'm actually gonna have to agree with you, because this is like, it's not about the catch. It doesn't catch your attention like some of the other ones, because like I said, there's no power leveling capable bot. But when you really sit and look at it, it's like, wow, I would not lose no matter who I got.
Yeah, any of these would be fantastic addition to your squad.
So there we go. There 7. We're both agreeing for right now. Legacy 8s. And I got a lot to say about this one.
I bet you do. All right, so Bumblebee, big old X through him. But I would take any of the rest of these, especially Sea Spray or Swoop. Impactor, another good one to pair up with either Laser Optimus or Sentius Magnus, or put 3 of them together. That would be mean. Rook, Minion Squad. This is a good bundle. I don't think it's as good as the one we just saw, because again, Bumblebee gets a big old X, whereas in the last one, nobody got the X. But this is a good bundle. I would not be disappointed to pull from this, as long as I didn't get, Bumblebee.
Well, Bumblebee is the least desirable. I don't think he's that awful bad. Bumblebee has his uses. But, all right, first of all, Swoop. It's Swoop.
It is Swoop.
Swoop is amazing.
He is.
Swoop is fantastic.
Yep.
Sea Spray. I don't have a 4-star Sea Spray. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I wish I did, because I've seen what people can do with a Sea Spray all the way leveled up, ability all the way maxed out. Whoa.
He's so OP, Waza thinks they need to nerf him.
Yeah, or at least come up with a way to stop him.
The counter.
Do something with him. Yeah, he has to be counter
against nerfs, but they do need to come up with a counter.
Yeah, well, because
I have not been attacked by a Sea Spray squad, so I've not been at the mercy of this before.
Like, I watched Waza show it, and he was going up against like a maxed out base, and he obliterated it. just obliterated. I was like, oh, I want Sea Spray.
Yeah.
So you have 2 bots in this bundle that can power level and solo bases at a high level with a high success rate. That's the only bundle in the game that has that.
Yep.
Not only that, Rook's amazing. He's even better than RC because his holographic duplicate will explode when its time runs out or when it gets destroyed, which will do even more damage. Rook's awesome.
And his
Impactor, I've been wanting an Impactor for a long time
yeah.
because his ability, the more damage he takes, the more he multiplies the damage he gives.
Yeah, he
So
dishes
puts
it out
that
10
shield
times
up,
gold.
takes it all. So this is my favorite bundle, bar none. Like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, this bundle. The only negative would be Bumblebee, and I still think I can make Bumblebee work. I wouldn't want to make him work, but I think I can make him work. But the possibility of you have a 2/5 chance to pull out a power leveling bot, that's the best odds you have of any bundle.
Yeah.
And if you get Swoop or Sea Spray, woo, you're going to be a beast. Imagine if you pulled from this bundle twice and hit 1/2.
But if you took Bumblebee out of this bundle, it would make it a 5th third better.
5th third better. No, you would. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, the possibility of getting Sea Spray and or Swoop outweighs the fact that you may get Bumblebee. The odds are too good that you're going to get an amazing bot.
For those of you who don't live in the U.S., we have a bank here called Fifth Third Bank, and their slogan is "We make things a fifth third better." And I just wanted to put some context to that joke. For
But
those
yeah,
not in the US.
So you don't think this one's as good as 7?
I don't. I think the bots are fantastic, except Bumblebee. But because there's one bot that I would X out versus the last bundle, I wouldn't X any of them. The last
That's
one,
fair.
yeah.
I can say that's fair. For me, those two being in a bundle together with Impactor and Rook, that's so good.
Yeah.
So we got the current bundle, and I know there's some bots in here that you absolutely love. So
oh yeah. So when this first came out, I saw Pipes and I saw Skylinks, and I thought, ooh, you know. So I've been pulling from it, and so far I've gotten Slash and Red Alert, and I wasn't excited about either of them, but they have both gone on my 5-star squad, and they have proven to be very good. That squad only has one bot in it. Well, it has 2 bots in it that are over level 60, but the rest of them are all level 50, and it's competing on the same level as my A squad, and my A squad bots are all level 58 with maxed abilities. Now, granted, Elita 1 and Cheetor are a big reason for them being able to do what they can do, but Red Alert's ability has proven to be useful. Slash's ability has proven to be really useful. I used Slash to take down a base, and she was the last bot standing, and they couldn't touch her. She was just invisible and had plenty of ability points. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this bundle. Just don't give me Brainstorm. just
see, I think Slash is the best bot in this one because that ability is crazy. I've been teaming my 4-star Slash up with 4-star Punch and just launching those two and just wrecking bases.
Yeah, that's not fair because neither of them are targeted by defenses while their abilities are active. It's just essentially two invisible bots just going through and tearing stuff up, and the defenses are going to go, what the heck's going on? I don't see anything. Yeah.
Like, I need to move those two to a totally different team because they're on my B team with Cheetor and Wheeljack and Drift. Yeah. I don't even launch, well, it's the 3-star Cheetor, but still, I don't even launch any of them. I've just been launching Slash and Punch, using their abilities, like just one, keep them both active with their ability and just watching the base just get wrecked.
Yeah.
So, Pipes, I've never been as big on Pipes as you. I mean,
well, I don't think you're big on rushing tank bots, so that's why you don't care.
I usually plug them on teams to where they're just going to soak up damage. I don't even use their abilities hardly.
Well, yeah, but you have to use their abilities to get them out front, in the first place. That way, everything like converges on them, and your bots in the back are safe and sound, so they can do what they do. And what they do is the news.
Huh. Well, usually they're just the bots in the back, and they're the fall. If everybody else dies, they're still kicking.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that's not the proper way to use them, but that's
not
just,
by any means.
I don't like doing them the way the most people use them. I don't think they're that good that way. I'd rather just send Windblade to take out all the major defenses and then have, the rest of the squad like just play cleanup.
Yeah.
And Skylinks is awesome. I do love Skylinks, and that
Oh, yeah.
ability is amazing. The triple changer where he smokes and then ignites it, or you can use the fire and then the smoke and ignite it that way.
Yep.
Like Skylinks a lot. Red Alert, I'm not a big fan of.
You know what? I have the 5-star Red Alert, so he has very fair health as 5-star. His ability has proven to be very useful. I mean, I launch him in tandem with my 5-star Primal. Primal gives them a health shield. Red Alert reduces the amount of damage they're taking by 40%, or absorbs it, however you want to put it. And together, I mean, my boss, all that squad's health stays pretty steady. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's been good. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised.
Brainstorm.
Yeah, I got no use for Brainstorm. I mean, if I get him, I'll put him on my 5-star squad with the rest of them because it's just made up of bots I don't know what else to do with.
Yeah.
But and I'll probably replace Tiger Hawk with him or something. But yeah, Brainstorm's the last one on this. I mean, I don't want Brainstorm. If I get Pipes and Skylinks back to back, then I'm never pulling from this batch again.
Yeah. Well, if I got Slash and Skylinks, I would. I wouldn't risk it yet anyway, just because I don't really want Red Alert, Brainstorm, or Pipes.
Well, I like all the other bots on this squad. They're not who I was getting, but they weren't bad bots. Red Alert and Brainstorm were the ones I was most concerned about. But when I got Red Alert, I was like, okay, this actually works. But Brainstorm is still not as bad as a healer, so it's not enough to stop me from pulling from this. Now, I would rather pull from batch 8, I'll be honest with you. Or not batch 8, batch 7. Because there's no bad bots. But whereas in this bundle, Brainstorm is a terrible bot. I know someone's going to hear me and go, you're out of your mind. Good on you. You do you, and I'll do me. And me does not like Brainstorm. But I want Pipes and I want Skylinks because those are A squad bots for me, which is why I'm pulling from what would otherwise be an inferior bundle.
Well, like I said, this one, it has the advantage of 2 amazing bots, or 3 if you're big on Pipes like you, because Slash, Skylinks, Pipes. So it's just, do you want to risk getting a Brainstorm is what it comes down to.
I mean, I've been lucky so far. I hadn't got him yet.
If you get that 5-star crystal this weekend, you get Brainstorm, I'm going to fall out of my seat laughing.
Well, I'm sure it's going to happen. I have no doubt in my mind that's going to happen because it's me. But
I'm seriously considering cracking from this one. I really am.
No, dude. You've been hunting for Windblade. You need to pull from batch 2. You may as well clean that one out. Because in that one, no matter what, you know what you're getting. And you know what you'll do with it.
Well, I know what I do with everybody on this squad. The only one, Rook would be a little bit of a bummer just because I just got his 4-star. And Bumblebee, I could find a use for him if, God forbid, that happened. But, Swoop, Impactor, and Sea Spray. No,
they're good. Don't get me wrong. But the OCD in me would say, no, you've come this far. Just go ahead and get Prime and Windblade.
But here's the thing. When I started pulling from that one, Windblade was so much more effective and useful for what I do than she is now. Therein lies my dilemma.
But that's because you don't have the 5-star.
I know, but I have the 4-star as one of my strongest bots.
I had the 5-star as one of my strongest, and she takes out 3 defenses for me before she goes down, and then the rest of my squad just mops up. I know she's a sacrificial lamb.
She is, but I'm just saying, like, this one's tempting. I'm tempted to try my odds and see what I get.
If you pull from this, I am going to be rooting for Bumblebee the whole time. I'm gonna be like, and you're gonna get him, and I'm like, serves you right. I told you to pull from batch 2.
And if I get swoop or sea spray, I'm gonna be like triple happy.
I'd be so mad.
Well, I'm saying I can always come back to this one and know I'm getting either or.
Yeah, but you may as well do it now.
Yeah, but then I gotta wait longer to get a chance at an even, like, I'm just saying.
But then you gotta wait longer to go back to them. No matter what you do, you gotta wait.
Yeah. It's just a matter of which one would I rather wait longer for. And every time I think through it, it comes back. I'd rather wait longer for Windblade or Optimus and possibly have a swoop or a sea spray.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. So, all right. So we've been at this for quite a while. So we're
yeah, it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah. So I tell you what. So for my opinion, I think that Legacy 7 is the best 5-star bundle of them all, because there's no bot in there that I would throw an X through, and there's no bot in there that I would say, you know, I mean, I would put a circle around Smokescreen, but there's no bot in there I'll put an X through, not one. Whereas every other bundle of the 5 stars, there is at least one bot that I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Want nothing to do with that. Yeah. And I'm still pulling from batch 9 because I want that Pipes and I want that Skylakes. But the better bundle, the one that you're not going to be disappointed no matter what bot you get, no matter what, is batch 7.
I still think 8's a little better just because the quality of the good bots and the quality of the worst bot. Bumblebee's the worst one. And he's not that bad. Bumblebee can be useful in the right situation if you put him on the right team.
Bumblebee.
I would put 8 slightly over 7 with 2 and 4 hot on their heels. That's how I would rank them.
Oh.
And it all comes down to 2 power leveling bots on one bundle versus a bundle with all solid bots.
I mean, God, that
because Bumblebee, like,
bundle, but it's got 2 bots on it that I'm like, just no to Sludge and no to Ratchet.
See,
no.
I think Ratchet's the best healer. Medic, whatever.
Yeah, in terms of healers, he's if I had to pick the best healer, I would pick First Aid, but that's because those drones are useful. I like the drones.
They are. I like Ratchet's ability. The grenades, the healing grenades.
If I'm going to use ability points on something, though, it's going to be on something that's going to cause damage and potentially one-shot a target.
Well, see, I pair my healers.
It's not going to be a healer because all it does is just give you a little bit of health. And if you're putting it on a bot whose health is diminishing, clearly that bot's getting shot at, and he's probably going to die anyway. That little health bomb's not going to do enough to keep him alive. So that's a waste, in my opinion. I would rather if it's going to be a support bot that I'm going to use abilities for, it's going to be one like Red Alert or Optimus Primal, somebody who helps keep them alive longer, rather than just stick a Band-Aid on them real quick that lasts all of 2 seconds and the bot goes down anyway.
That's why I use the healer with Cheetor, because then he'll be killing buildings and improving his health as well, and then the healer's constantly spamming him with health.
Well, once he gets leveled up high enough, he doesn't even need that. He heals himself.
And well, that's what I'm saying. But if you punch a base that's above his weight class, the healer can make the difference between him finishing it off or him dying like this close. Because like Cheetor can solo zone 12, my 4-star, by himself. He can do zone 13 if you throw a healer out there with him.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think that's it though. Yeah, we have went way down the rabbit hole on this one.
Just a little bit.
All right, well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for today's episode. But make sure you tune back in next week and definitely check out our videos this weekend. Big leaderboard in the game, new bot coming in, going to be really exciting. Don't miss our Crystal Krakens, especially mine. I'm pretty sure I will end up with a 5-star. Be disappointed if I don't. If I get a new 4-star bot, I will be bummed. So yeah, so we will see y'all then. Same bot time, same bot channel. Frankster